Hey everybody, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. Living in an SHTF bunker. But first off, if you guys like the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, comment below. You know, do the things to help us out here on the channel with the algorithm and stuff. Really appreciate you guys. Much love out to all my patrons. You guys really support the channel. I'm blown away by your support and your love and everything. You guys all rock. Anyway, so SHTF bunkers. You know, you guys have all heard about it. People that build bunkers and bury Connex boxes or have, you know, really big storm shelters, stuff like that. Bunker living is, to me, is definitely a short-term thing. Is it good to have a bunker? Yes, of course it is. Can most people afford a bunker? Well, maybe afford, maybe not want to afford, but, you know, if people tightened up some things, cut some corners here, you know, didn't order out, stuff like that, you could probably make it happen, but it's a lot of money. It's a big investment. So if you guys don't have one, it's all right. I just want to throw some thoughts down here about that. So a lot of people now have experienced some sort of shelter-in-place, lockdown kind of, you know, going out less, at least. And some of the associated things with that, like increased boredom, going stir crazy, stuff like that. I don't know what that's like because I haven't busted my butt in my garden. I've been super busy every day. If I'm not busting my butt in the garden, playing with my kids, stuff like that. I'm keeping busy doing the things. Exercise, you know, working on security, perimeter security, different things like that. But if you have experienced stir crazy or boredom or stuff like that, imagine how it would be in a bunker. Sitting in a bunker for really more than, I mean, shoot, I'd say maybe, I would look at a bunker as maybe a week or two maybe, with like a month max. I mean, it's not a long-term thing the way I'll look at it. Most people that think that they're gonna, you know, that have a bunker and they go, oh, we're just gonna get in our bunker for, you know, months. It may be stocked well enough. Yes, you may have a source of oxygen for that period of time, source to clean the air of contaminants. Yes, you may have enough water. You may have enough food. You may even have a lot of board games, stuff like that to do. But let me tell you, from somebody, I've spent time, yes, I was in the Navy for 20 years. I've spent time, a lot of time on different submarines. Part of it as crew and part of it as a writer, going on missions, special type missions. But anyway, and I've spent time in some other kind of smaller vessels and submarines underwater, stuff like that. So let me tell you, even with, I mean, and they have all, I'm not saying all the amenities, we've got a lot of people in some of those situations, the submarines, stuff like that. But I'll tell you what, it is difficult. It's not for everyone, that's for sure. And if you're in a bunker with just your family members or just you and your wife, let me tell you, that would be tough. I'm not saying it's not doable, but man, I'd really look at be realistic with how long it's doable. There's a lot of just mental strain, and you think you're stir crazy now or bored now, that's nothing compared to, you know, 4 or 5 days, a week or two into locked in a bunker with nowhere to go, no windows to look outside, no yard to go into, no going on walks, no, you know, running to the store for milk or bread or something like that. Nothing. You're talking locked down in a bunker. Wow, some people have really well-stocked bunkers, spend lots and lots and lots and lots of money on big missile silo type bunker. Okay, those are set up for long-term. They have game rooms and they have movie rooms and they have aquaponics setups and they have all garden setups and just all these different things inside there. Okay, that's viable for long-term. But if you're in a Connex box, a buried Connex box, or a bigger or larger storm shelter, stuff like that, it's just not really a long-term type thing. If that's your plans, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm saying take a look at it. Be realistic with yourself. What period of time are you realistically going to be able to spend in there? And it may be something you go in and out of. That's more reasonable to me. Have it as like a safe room to go to and a threat. And then hopefully, when the threat's over, come back up. Stuff like that for short periods of time. That's very realistic. But yeah, so, and just do some research on bunkers, just in general. Even if you don't have one, if you haven't really thought about one, look into them. See how much they cost. See what the different manufacturers are. See what you can do yourself. Watch, there's a lot of YouTube videos out there about bunkers and stuff. I encourage you, it's just one of those things you can increase your prepper, your general knowledge base as a prepper. Learning more about bunkers, bunker life. What all is there? Okay, you have to have a source of air, whether that's air brought in from outside or a way to make oxygen inside. But then you got to scrub the contaminants out of the air, carbon monoxide that you breathe out, carbon dioxide you breathe out. How do you do that? There's scrubbers and burners and different things that there's different atmospheric control methods. The Navy has them on their submarines and stuff like that. And people make them for bunker systems. But also, source of water, source of food. Food's pretty easy, but water. Is your bunker big enough? Where's your water source? Also, trash disposal. Where do you put all your trash? If you're in and out short periods, a lot of these points are moot. But also think about, what's your source of power? Is it solar? Is it generator? Is it grid tied? If it's grid tied, you have no other source, then that's probably really not an option, just because of the fact that if you're going into a bunker, it's going to be some sort of situation that's really bad, WROL, without rule of law, topside, above ground. And you're going to your bunker because of that, because of threats. The odds are in that kind of situation, you won't have a power grid, or it'll be very hit and miss, and or very susceptible, and probably wouldn't susceptible to attack and stuff like that. It probably wouldn't last very long, so I wouldn't count on it. So alternative energy, and then so you have solar panels up, or wind birds, or water, whatever it is, your source of power for your bunker. If you're going down inside your bunker, that means there's a big threat up there, up topside. So all that threat has to do is cut the cables going to your solar power or whatever it may be, and then wait for you to run out of power, and start suffocating, and then you open up the hatch, and then pop, and take your stuff. So really think about it. It's not a very good option for a lot of situations. If you are going to have it though, and if you are thinking about it, and if you are going to do it, make at least one, I'd say at least 2 escape hatches, escape routes that go quite a ways off and enter up into like a wooded or a bushy area, or even underneath. How they make some of these like fake beauty rocks for people's front yards that hide satellite dishes and stuff like that. They're very realistic. Could somebody see it or find it? Sure, but it's fairly realistic, and it's you could have a larger one of those, and you can come up, have the hatch open up inside that, and then have little things that you could open up and look through or something like that. Assess your situation around you, and either if there's bad guys, formulate a counterattack, scout the area, whatever it may be. But at least several different ways to do that. Not just as an alternate escape if you can't get out the primary hatch for some reason. Fire, trees down covering the hatch, whatever it may be. It's not just an escape route. It's a way to come back up clandestine, on the down low, without anybody knowing that you're there. So that you can retake your surrounding area and or get the heck out of there permanently, because it's an untenable situation that you're not going to be able to regain. You're not going to be able to beat them back. You're not going to be able to win. You got to get the heck out. So look at things like that. But yeah, just in general, take a look at bunkers, learn about them, see if it's right for you. With that said, I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and blessings to you and yours.